So anyway, people, how you going? This is Glenn, and today I have a deep voice because I'm been listening to the opera. But today we have some Italian banknotes, and as you can see, these are all older banknotes. So from age, they go from this one should actually be down there because this is a 1904 issue, even though it's issued for about 40 years. This is 1918. This is a 1939, and this one is a 1951. So these banknotes were all issued by most of them were issued by the Bigliotto di Stato. So banknote of state, something like that. This one was issued by Casa Veneta di Prestito, so just means like Venetian. The direct translation is like loan fund, but these were actually banknotes that were issued in around Venetia, so Venice, or even up north, and were designed to actually increase this currency supply around the areas that were actually taken from the Austrians. That's what I get. But these banknotes are actually not that easy to get. So this is 1918, so it's 101 years old. It's in fairly used condition. It's pretty basic because it was printed in a hurry. I made another video on why to actually print poor quality banknotes. And it just has on the back, just has some information about the banknotes that this actually represents. And as you know, in 1918, World War I actually ceased. So all these, I would say, centimes or base denomination banknotes, which actually were a coin, they occurred after the First World War. So in Germany they occurred during the First World War, probably as coinage become more scarce, so 1916, 17. But the majority of it was after the First World War, because some places had inflation, and there was just a shortage of metal all around. So that's a nice banknote. This one you're probably looking at about $10 to actually buy a banknote in this condition, $10 and upwards. So it's actually a nice banknote to get. The second one I have is actually a scarcer issue. So I just had a look. I looked on eBay and could only actually find one of these banknotes. They were selling it for about $150. That's in better condition than this. If I was to put a value on this, I'd probably put about $30 or $40 in this condition, because these were first issued in 1904. So, and up until 1940, and has Victor Emmanuel III, Victorio. It's issued by the Bigliotto di Stato, Corso Legal, so 5 lire, so 5 liras. And this is one of the last issue because there's a 5,144. So that's the actual start. Then you got the other serial numbers down here. So that's part of the 5,000 to 6,000 range with these signatures. And the watermark is I don't know, it's a bit hard to tell the watermark because of the actual damage to the actual banknote. And on this side it has an eagle, and as you can see, this part is actually cut off. So it says 5 lire, but it's actually being cut off, which is pretty normal for banknotes of this time period, especially in South America. They have half of the edge of the banknote cut off, which is definitely a security feature for that. So can we see the watermark on that? Looks like G for Gringo. And here we have Italia. So this is an allegorical feature, so this represents Italia. And in the background we have the Plaza di Campidoglio in Rome. Now I butchered that, but if anyone knows what that place is, you can actually look it up on Wikipedia. They have definitely lots of information on images on Italian banknotes. And this is actually a harder banknote to get, so I wouldn't be surprised if it takes you a long time to actually get this banknote, especially in the condition that you want it in. The higher the grade, the harder it is to get. And then we have a 1 lira from 1939, so this was first issued 1939 up until 44 when they actually issued a different banknote. It has a fasces, so this is a traditional Roman type of imagery. It has an axe on a reed, and here we have just wheat, and as you can see it's actually quite small. And on the back we have Augustus. So in some images says Caesar Augustus, but Julius Caesar is a different person. This is Augustus Caesar. This is the first official Roman emperor, also known as Octavian. And as you can see, so there's a 221 issue, and there's the rest of the serial number. So it's quite nice because it actually has an old Roman emperor on it, which Mussolini actually wanted to try and recreate the old Roman Empire. And the last one I have is a 50 lira. So inflation actually removed these old denominations and turned them into coins, or just removed them totally. Like the centimeters actually just took out of circulation. And in 1951 they actually issued this one for the Biglietto di Stato. And as you can see, it has Minerva, that's a Roman goddess, or Athena in the Greek goddess. But if you're not too familiar, the Romans actually adopted a lot of Greek imagery and gods. And on the side we have the date, 1951. It's quite an old banknote. And here's the decree down here. And what's a watermark? Watermark is just a 50, so that's nice. No security thread. It's pretty common for this period. And on this side we just have the denomination and just some legal requirements there. And as you can see, even to this period, you can see the serial numbers are pretty much the same. So you got 4 for the first lot, you got 4 numbers. Second lot you got 6, and that occurs on most of these banknotes issued by the Biglietto. So I butchered that again, but as you can see, serial numbers are different because this is issued by a different organisation. So this banknote you'll be looking at probably, I don't know, between $5 and $10. It's a bit of an easier banknote to actually get. In the 50s it was replaced by a coin, I think 1954 it was, of 50 lira. And this one, you'll probably be paying about $5 for that. You can actually, these are quite easy to get. So these two are easy to get. These two are not, very harder to get, so more expensive for the older banknotes. Anyway, I'll leave a link down below to Italian banknotes if you'd like to actually look and see what these are actually worth. These two should be easy to find on eBay. And just keep collecting banknotes, because these are quite obviously awesome banknotes, as the Italian banknotes are. And have an awesome banknote collecting time, people. Thank you, and bye bye.